So you've finished setting up your vinyl gear, but now you've noticed that your volume is really low. And no matter how much you try to crank it up, it's still just way too quiet. Well, today, we're gonna fix that. Hey friends, welcome back to Vinyl Eyezz. I am Jarrett New, and today we're going to be talking about how to fix that really annoying problem of your vinyl setup being too quiet. So quiet, in fact, that you can barely hear the music, even with headphones. So we're going to talk about how to fix that, but real quick before we dive in, today's song of the day is Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant. And if you have a suggestion for a song of the day, post it in the comments down below, and you might see it in a future video. Also, if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about record players, music, and basically everything vinyl related, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you won't miss out on the new videos. Alright, now why is your setup so quiet? Well, basically there's two main things that could be going wrong. First of all, you gotta make sure that you have all four components of the vinyl audio setup. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, odds are good you already know all of these by heart. But for the newcomers, let's recap. So, the vinyl audio setup has these four things. Turntable, obviously, preamp, amplifier, and speakers. So you need all four of those things in any combination to make this whole thing work. So for example, you could have a turntable, an external preamp, a headphone amplifier, and a set of passive bookshelf speakers. That's going to work just fine. Or you could have a turntable with a built-in preamp and active speakers, which have the amplifier built into them. That works great too. Or you could have a turntable, a receiver with a phono input, which means that that receiver has the preamp built in, and then finally passive speakers connected to the receiver. That's going to work great too. So basically, you guys get the point. There's lots of different ways that you can assemble all of this together, but as long as you have all four of those items, you're going to be good to go. So most importantly, make sure you're not forgetting any important piece of the puzzle, like the preamp, because that's definitely going to affect your volume. Also, if you are missing something, I'll include a link in the video description down below to all my recommended vinyl gear, which includes speakers, amplifiers, and preamps if you're missing one of those. So feel free to check out that link down below as well. Alright, so now that we got all four components and everything is connected, let's move on to the second problem you might be having. And this one is actually really easy to fix. Like, stupid easy. So if you flip your turntable around and you see a little switch labeled phono line, then that means your turntable has a built-in preamp. So if your audio is too low, odds are very good that this switch is set to phono. So all you gotta do is flip that sucker to line, and that should fix it. The volume is gonna immediately jump up to a normal level. So basically, when that switch is set to phono, the built-in preamp is turned off. It's not being used, but when it's set to line, it's turned on. And when it's on, everything works great. So like I said, switch it to line, and you'll be just fine. Now, as a side note, if you've done both of these things that I've mentioned, and your setup is just still too low, or worse, you can't hear anything at all, you might also want to check that you're on the correct input on your receiver. So for example, my record player, turntable, is connected to line 1 of my receiver. So if I've been playing CDs on line 2, I gotta make sure that I switch it back to line 1 to play the records. Now, I know this is like really simple and common sense knowledge, but it's also very easy to make that mistake. So you might want to try that as well to just kind of cover your bases. But hopefully all these little tips that I've shared with you today will help you get back to playing your records and enjoying the music. Now, has this volume issue ever happened to you? And if so, how did you fix it? Let us all know down in the comments below, and if you love records but still haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit this red button so you won't miss out on the new videos. And most important of all, friends, have an awesome day, and keep spinning that vinyl.